I have a collector booster box of Avatar: The Last Airbender. This was sent to me by Wizards of the Coast, and I get to open it today because the gallery just went live, which means I'm allowed to show the cards that are in here, as in it went live this minute. So, if you have not scrolled through the gallery and looked at the cards that were just revealed, this might be your first time seeing them. In fact, it's going to be my first time seeing them, too. This plastic is too thick for my claws. Let's go gambling. Yep, these are fancy boosties. They're shiny, full of shinies. They got extra rares. They got extra cards from the bonus sheet. And they also will have some alt arts and a chance at getting the textless neon cards from the set. We were just looking at those on stream. There are a bunch of cards that are supposed to be like the benders in the poses from the intro when they read off the names of the nations. So we have 12 boosters here. And I am actually kind of digging this. The packs have Avatar State Aang on them. Let's go. Let's go. Chat wants to see a cruel tutor. Yeah, that's the bonus sheet. Oh, does this have a little perforated bit on it? It does, and then it immediately fell off. Yeah, the collector boosters have like the crazy foiling inside. It's so wild. Throw that on the ground. That's where it belongs. Let me see how these are collated. All right, so we're going to be doing some flip ups here. Some flippy dippies. Flippy malippies. Y'all ready? I want Wall of Ba Sing Se. Yes. Wall of Ba Sing Se is actually one of the cards I want the most from this because I run a big booty deck. And that big booty deck will benefit from having a 0/30 in it. This is, by the way, one of the common duels from the set. Foggy Bottom Swamp. Pillar Launch. Cool. Yeah, Big Booty Bator loves it. Oh, this has a stamp. It's an airbending lesson. Airbender's reversal. So lessons are, I guess, the first mechanic that we've seen from this set. Because these two cards, I guess this one has allies on it. Ally is the main typal in this. Lessons are spells. They are instants or sorceries. They used to just be sorceries. In Constructed, you can put them into your sideboard and tutor for them using the ability called Learn, which is probably coming back in Strixhaven. But in this set, these are just regular spells. These are just spells that you put in your deck and you play them like normal. And it's a solid lesson. A lot of these lessons are going to be really good as we get better and better Learn. Earth King in general. Hey, I revealed this card. This is also a pretty good card if you have something like a Hydra, because it puts some counters on a land and can gain you some life. But whenever you put one or more +1/+1 counters on a creature, you may gain that much life once a turn, which means that if you're, say, doubling your Hydra to 100 power, you can gain like 50 life. Nice. There are cards in Teamer colors, that's red, blue, and green, that care about lessons. Lessons in your graveyard, lessons in your deck, and a lot of them are the Iroh cards. Ah! Deadly Agents. Throwing those rock fists. Yes, Landfall is very much enabled in this set because of the Earthbending mechanic, which appeared on this card. Earthbending, if you haven't seen what's going on in this set, Earthbending allows you to put counters on a land. That land becomes a creature, and it also gets haste, so like you can still tap it for mana on the turn that you bent it, even if it just entered that turn. Earthbent lands, when they get exiled or would die because they're creatures with counters on them, instead come back to the battlefield tapped, and they do leave the battlefield and then return, which is important for, you already picked up on this, landfall. In fact, the other card I revealed, which we might open, has a bunch of infinites that can infinitely trigger landfall if you have the proper sacrifice outlets. Aw, Toucan Puffin! I feel like a lot of the hybrid animals that are a part of Avatar fit really, really well in Magic the Gathering. the kind of like semi-fantastical animals that are based in reality and you can... Oh, that's rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. Yep. Iconic scene. We love our boys. We love our boys. The full art shiny planes. It's got Momo on it. Where's Momo? Momo's there. All right, so now we're going to be starting hitting rares. These are going to be the more interesting cards, like Firebender's Ascension. What does this do? When it enters, you make a soldier with Firebending 1. Whenever a creature you control... Oh, attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature trigger. You put a quest ability. So that would include Firebending or many other triggered abilities. Just look at any Ishin deck. If there are 4 or more quest counters on this, you can copy the ability. Oh, neat. So this is kind of like it turns into Ishin over time, and the token it makes has Firebending. Okay. That's cool. So yeah, that's a neat card for like an Ishin deck. Even more. Yeah, that's a 2-mana makes a bear with an upside and then eventually doubles things. The token generator in red? Yeah, that's not that weird though. It only makes 1 token. Baboon Spirit. The Baboon Spirit, 2/4 for 3 mana. It's a monkey, just like me. Whenever another non-token spirit you control enters, create a 1/1 colorless spirit token. With this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Oh, they have like a shadow type thing. 4 mana, exile another target creature you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. At the beginning of the next end stuff. So it's got a slow blink ability. But it also is a spirit typal card that will be spitting out spirits the more that you play them. That's kind of cool. This is an alt art of the Great Divide Guide. I actually think that this is a really sweet card because each land taps for mana of any color. Now, I often played Dryad of the Elysian Grove to unlock that same ability. Now you can do it on a 2-mana 2/3. It also itself taps for mana and makes every ally you control tap for mana. This is a super dork. Yeah, also, not one of the better episodes of Avatar. It's a lot of just, like, annoying people causing their own problems. And this is our first card from the bonus sheet, so I actually want to take a minute with this because this is my first time seeing it, so I'm just going to bring it up real close. Nice. So the foiling is currently only on the backdrop of this, so like Aang in the foreground is actually not foiled. Empty City Ruse, by the way, is a very pricey card because it's never been reprinted. This is a Portal 3 Kingdoms card that it's not the most impressive card. We have the same ability, but better. But this is the only, like, reprinting of it. I have a feeling that the price is going to go down a lot now that there is a reprinting. And I think as far as the bonus sheet goes, with the scale of goodness and badness being, this is one of the most, like, fitting and good arts from it. Empty City Ruse. The flavor is on point. Everything about this hits. I think the art is also pretty good because the background is a painted backdrop. With Aang in the foreground, he's mostly in focus. It doesn't look too grainy. It's a flavor hit. It's everything else. To on the other side, Cruel Tutor. You'll hopefully not see one, but chat wants me to open one. I think this is a great fit, and it's a really cool place to put this reprint. I think the foil looks good on it, too. Oh, one more card. Aang's Iceberg. This is a 3-mana enchantment with flash that exiles non-land permanents and also has a waterbend ability, meaning you can pay 3 mana or pay mana and tap your creatures and artifacts. Like, you can tap the creatures and artifacts to help pay for things to sacrifice the enchantment and scry 2. Nice. So that's actually really sweet removal. It's a rare, though, so you won't see it too much in limited. Still very good instant speed removal. I got a clue. Ally from the Kyoshi Warriors. That was my first pack. Yeah. And I already got like a card that I was interested in having. I do not have an ally deck. I was once bodied by a Tazri deck though, and that Tazri deck I know is feasting with this. All right, we're flipping. Ready? Ready? Great Divide was a bad episode. It was a frustrating episode. Wandering Musicians. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your song. Oh, yes, the music of Avatar with such great hits as Secret Tunnel, which is also a card in the set. Wandering Musicians, I like Appa in the background. He looks so happy. He's so cute. You have Hybrid Mana on that. I'm considering making a video talking about the Hybrid Mana proposed change. Oh, that's a Fire Nation symbol on there. Rough Rhino Cavalry. Got some fire bending and an exhaust ability. I'm actually surprised to see an exhaust ability so soon. There are a couple cards in this set with exhaust. Like, we only had that in Aether Drift. That's where it was introduced. But this set was in development for a lot longer than Aether Drift. Mashu City. Another one of those common duels. I want to slide down those ramps. Serpent of the Pass. Ooh, of Serpent's Pass. Gets a discount based on non-creature, non-lands in the graveyard. And also gets flash if some of those cards are lessons. Neat. Definitely not one of the best serpents, but still a pretty good one because it counts non-creature, non-land. Yeah, those decks in, like, Artisan can be pretty fun. This is the uncommon Tough. I almost said that she was the common one. She's earthbending. I'm just looking at the foiling there. Got her Earth Kingdom symbol down there. When she enters, you earthbend 2. Power is equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on land. So the more you earthbend, the bigger she gets. Cool. Definitely fine for limited. Ty Lee, Artful Acrobat. Will this be a Pauper All-Star? It's uncommon. I actually thought it was common at first. It's uncommon. Ty Lee, Artful Acrobat. Oh, I like Ty Lee. I think her and May should be hanging out more. Opposites attract, etc., etc. Prowess, when it attacks, you can pay 1. If you do, the creature can't block. Kyoshi Warrior Guard. It is a vanilla. Oh, vanilla. You guys seeing this? Did you guys know they still made those? Dang, it's an ally and a warrior and a human. 3 relevant typings. Sorry, I have to cover up. It's rough, buddy. Fire Nation Soldier. He's got haste. He hits face. It's a jumpstart. Oh, that's why. So I actually didn't even realize this. A bunch of these were jumpstart cards, and I put them in the wrong pile. See that symbol? That's jumpstart. This is jumpstart. All right, we got to make a separate pile, I guess, for jumpstart cards, because those are not standard legal. What do you mean that's rough, buddy, isn't standard legal? How am I supposed to BM with that's rough, buddy? Oh, man. This is also Toucan Puffin. Jumpstart card. Wow, we have a lot of Jumpstart cards. What the heck? None of the rares, though, right? No, one of the rares. The Baboon Spirit. Jumpstart. I didn't realize that the Jumpstart cards are going to be in collector boosters outside of the rares, which, I mean, that's nice because it means you can open the Jumpstart cards without having to open Jumpstart boosters if you're not interested in playing Jumpstart. I like playing Jumpstart. I have a Jumpstart booster box sent to me by WotC. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast. But I don't like cracking those packs because really just one card is relevant. Sometimes 2 cards, and the rest you kind of like toss to the sides. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't realize. Look at how many we've already opened too, and these were just the commons and uncommons. And there goes my vanilla dreams. Oh, Bastion of Remembrance, apparently also in Jumpstart, got a reprint. And that is Iroh under the tree. Going through his ceremony for his son. Aww. That's sad. Got a mountain. But where's Momo? But where's Momo? Katara, Water Tribe's Hope. This is the rare blue-white Katara. She enters, you make allies. She has a Wanderbend ability that buffs your creatures. Nice. Cool. Go wide. Foil Jumpstart cards. Yeah, I guess Jumpstart probably doesn't have foil normally in their boxes. Also got Nyla, Shearshoe Sleuth. That's that's the badger mole. No, badger moles are the digging ones. This is Wolverine mole or something. I'm trying to remember what it was. The lady that gets hired to hunt down the gang has one of these. What's the critter? What's the critter? It's a sniffer. Yeah, June, I think, is also in the set. Exiles a card from your graveyard, makes clues, loses you life. Oh. But if you have no clues, you return the exiled card to its owner's hand. Star-nosed mole. Well, that's what the nose comes from. So definitely a mole something. I mean, it's listed as a mole beast here, but we have Wolverine as a type. She calls it a Shearshoe. Yeah, Shearshoe Sleuth. It's a sniffer. Earth Shape. Ooh, cool art. Earthbend 3. This is in white. Then each creature you control with power less than or equal to that land's power gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn, and you gain hexproof until end of turn. Okay, so instant speed, turn a land into a 3/3. Make some of your creatures hexproof and indestructible. Make you hexproof and indestructible. This is a Jumpstart card. So rare goes over there. Oh, this is also Jumpstart. Oh my god! I have to check the symbol on all of these? Whoa! Alright, that's a crazy one from the bonus sheet. Fevered Visions. Bro, you are too shiny! The whole thing looks so yellow! My eyes! Yeah, this doesn't read to me as Fevered Visions. I guess, like, Aang seeing the visions, but I don't know, like, it's not an is-it looking card. They brought back piss foils. Guys, I told you, they brought back exhaust from Aether Drift. They brought back a piss foil. It kind of just looks like a blank hollow to you. We can draw our own card. The color identity on a lot of these is not a good hit. This is fine. This is not as fine. Oh, wow! I got two of the same Katara. I like this art a lot, though. This is very good art. This art's fine. It looks like much more normal magic art, like somebody using water magic. Water bending in this case. This looks much more like it's in the style of the show. I like the stylized waves behind her. I think it's cool. And I do like this framing. Soldier. Boulder. Token. Looks good in foil. Does look good in foil. This does not look good in foil. So far, both of these have been foil. That's a nice boulder. Sold out. Oh, that's so sad. Haru was just trying to be a good person. And he gets sold out for it. Haru's good deed went severely punished. The lesson is never help people. Firebending lesson. Got big kicker. It's either 2 damage to a creature or 5 damage to a creature. Never help old people. That's the lesson. Aww. Otter penguin. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, creature gets +1/+2. Can't be blocked. Cute. Yep, we have the exhaust card. We have kicker. There's a lot of different ways to use firebending mana. So firebending mana, it's the mana you get when you attack with something with firebending. It lasts until the end of combat, so you can use it to cast spells, activate abilities. Ooh. Neat. That's pretty. That, by the way, is a very nice card for allies. Invasion reinforcements. It's heroic reinforcements, but, you know, allies. Allies. True ancestry. Another lesson. Wow. It's a like a regrowth that also gets you a clue. It's only permanent from graveyard to hand. That's still pretty nice for limited. Did I get sent these? I did, yeah. I don't buy collector booster boxes on my own, but when WotC sends me one, I like to record opening them. I'm not allowed to sell them or sell any of the things I open from them, but I'm allowed to use them in my collection, I'm allowed to use them to build decks, and I'm allowed to use them for fun videos, like this one, where we sacrifice our professors to return instants or sorceries from my graveyard to my hand. Where's that? There we go. Hybrid mana. You miss Gungaga? I do miss Gungaga. Can I give them away? Yes. I have given away a lot of the products that I've received from Wizards of the Coast. In part because they're not products I'm personally going to use, or maybe it's just like I have enough Commander precons. I don't think I'll have a time to play this one. I don't want to break it apart for singles because I already got the singles I wanted from it. Consider this. Consider getting a reprint's kind of cute. Oh, that's a jumpstart card. I do like the flavor on this. For people not familiar with the show, Iro, the man in front. Ooh. He is debating making tea with the plant in front of him because he cannot remember if the plant he's looking at is the delicious tea one he wants or deadly poison. Run Amok, also getting a reprint for Jumpstart. It is Hook and Knife. More Jumpstart. So many Jumpstart cards. Makes an ally, gets equipped, gives first strike stuff. Okay. There's a swamp. It's got Appa over the... Is it banyan tree? It's a nice one. I like these lands so far. Ooh, 3-color Zuko. This is... Aww. This is him after he's become Fire Lord, kind of like post-series. There's Aang in the background, like, yay! Zuko's gonna be a good Fire Lord and not going to murder everyone. What a good lad. He can hang out with Katara. Avatar Roku, Firebender. Oh, this is a jumpstart card. 6 mana, 6/6. Whenever a player attacks, you add 6 red mana, and until end of combat, you don't lose this mana. So it's kind of like firebending, but anybody attacking. And you can pay red to give a creature +3/+0 until end of turn. Whack. Yeah, that's a wild one. That's kind of a cool commander card. Oh, the 2 I dropped it. The 2 dragons! Play with Electro. Ran and Shaw. Shaw! That's a big dragon. Flying, firebending too. It's a 5 mana 4/4. When they enter, if you cast them, and there are 3 or more dragons or lessons in your graveyard, you make a token copy that's non-legendary. And then has a fire breathing for all dragons. Kind of like a Lathless. That's cute. Could be nice in a dragon deck as just like it's 2 4/4s for 5 mana. Oh wait, that's rare. That goes up here. Oh boy. My favorite card, Force of Negation. So I'm... How much are copies of Force of Negation? I'm gonna look this up because this is a card that like I imagine is getting a reprint just because they want more Force of Negations out there. Yeah. Looks like it is currently $47 for the cheapest printing of Force of Negation. I imagine this one might actually be cheaper. I don't know. It's kind of a little blurry. Okay, the background looks nice. It looks very red. Yeah. Force of Negation is one of those free counter spells. You can exile a blue card from your hand instead of playing its mana cost. Counters non-creature spells. Exiles them even. Not blue enough? Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see more printings of a card that people want copies of. Even if it's not a card I really want a copy of. Because I'm not a counterspell gamer. Ooh, here's a cool lesson. Redirect lightning. I like this framing. I like this art. Look at the pop on the lightning with the foiling. That's cool. So you either pay 5 life or mana to redirect a spell or ability. That's rad. Yeah, so it's a 3 mana redirect, but you can also pay 1 mana and 5 life, which I love pay life. What the fork? Oh, there's the dragon token! Rawr. Food. Food. Or a dragon token. It doesn't have the name. Yeah, it's more of a bolt bend than a fork, but one that lets you hurt yourself. Oh my god. Okay, I'm actually going to show you guys the token first, because it's at the back of the pack, so it's what I saw first. Some of you guys know that they reprinted Dark Depths as Aang and the Iceberg, which makes a Merit Lage token. This is the Aang Merit Lage. 2020 Flying Indestructible, baby! That's Roku's dragon token we opened, and a treasure on the back. That's so funny. I love Merit Lage, but Merit Lage is not a child channeling spirits. Merit Lage is a giant tentacle monster. But I do like it's an avatar. That's why they flavor-wise did it. Boop. Sunblessed Peak. Beetle-headed Moichants. Sacrifices creatures and artifacts. Oh, it's from Jumpstart? Yeah, it is from Jumpstart, but it's just a token. I was like, was the card I just revealed from Jumpstart? No. Foggy Swamp Vinebender has water bending. Water bending. It puts counters on things. Ooh, can't be buffed by creatures power 2 or less. Not gonna be fun unlimited. Yeah, I kind of wish they separated out Jumpstart cards, because I keep having to check every card we open. Water Tribe Rallier. The character that was controlling the vine bending. All the swamp benders had fun names too. Invasion Submersible. They took submarines to invade the Fire Nation capital, Caldera City. Just Caldera, because it was in a caldera. Great name. Suki! Uncommon Suki. Suki Kyoshi Warrior. Hybrid Mana. An ally. I'm trying to read that. Powers equal the number of creatures you control. Whenever she attacks, you make an ally. It's also tapped and attacking. Nice. Me explaining it makes you want to watch it. You've never watched Avatar? Somebody in chat's never seen Avatar. Great show. Very good series that has the good blend of it being both episodic but also telling a story across the episodes. But like each episode kind of stood alone because this is back when we had just kind of cable TV. There wasn't streaming, so you never knew which episode you were going to see next. It is also, yes, it is a family appropriate show. If you have like kids, they might love it. I think they'll love it. Is the guy who's the Vinebender's name you? It might be. I just remember that they all had like fun, they all have fun names. Good tea. Maybe I should just go make some jasmine tea. You know what? When I take a break during this box opening, I'll make some jasmine green. The secret ingredient is love. It is love, Iroh. Are there any Korra cards? It is just Avatar: The Last Airbender, and there are some references to the comic books and novels, but there's nothing directly from them. So, just Avatar: The Last Airbender. Ruthless Waterbender. I like they got a Waterbender in black here, too. That is a jumpstart card. Oh, so is Art of Tea. God damn it. Art looks sick. Oh, yeah. So far, art's pretty good. Oh, that's the, lion turtle? Big boy. Oh, yes! Perfect for Galadriel, the planetarium of Wan Shi Tong. This is from the big library. Whenever you scry or surveil, you'll get the top card of your library. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Once each turn. I love it. I like to scry. I like to reveal. Jumpstart card. Tectonic Split. Sacrifice half the lands you control. Pay 6 mana. And you have to pay as part of the cost. That's hexproof. It's enchantment. Lands you control have add 3 mana of any one color. I'm sorry, I'll just pay 7 mana instead for, Nykthos Ancient. You can sacrifice your earth-bent things. Yeah, and they'll come back. We got Katara the Fearless. This is a Bant Katara. If a triggered ability of an ally control triggers, it triggers again. Incredible with Tazri as commander. Good enough. You keep hanging out with the pictures of Zuko. Oh no. Sorry, I'm scoping this out for myself. So, great. I always could use more copies of... It won't even focus on it. Blasphemous Act. The camera wouldn't even focus on it because it's like, why are you holding up this blur? Blasphemous Act. This is new to Arena, by the way, so it's Force of Negation. It is like Red's most played board wipe. It is huge. But it doesn't feel very fitting. This is not very Red. There are other scenes from this episode of firebendings attacking the air temple. There's a scene of like Monk Gyatso's remains like surrounded by firebender corpses. And I don't know, if I were to choose any scene in Avatar: The Last Airbender to be Blasphemous Act, I think I would pick the Fire Nation air balloons sweeping fire across the across like the Earth Nation, Earth Kingdom. Yeah. Because that feels really like Red and everything is on fire. Oh, this is Jumpstart. Thank you. See? Thank you, chat. Thank you. You're helping me sort things. Engagement. When the Moon Spirit is killed... I think that when the Moon Spirit's killed, they actually use that for Blood Moon, which is pretty fitting, too. Avatar's Wrath. Choose up to one target creature. Airbend all other creatures. That's put them in exile. They cost 2 mana to cast. Until your next turn, your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. So they can't recast the things that were exiled. And then this spell gets exiled. Interesting. I would love to see like cards like this used with the bird from Thunder Junction that makes your opponent's spells in exile cost 2 more. That sounds fun. Have I opened Blood Moon yet? No, I haven't. Nor have I opened, what is it, Zhao, who also has like you spend 8 mana and he turns into a Blood Moon. I have opened no Azulas, plenty of Zukos. Oh. Since this is on top, I'm gonna show it now. This is the card I was just talking about. Zhao the Moonslayer. 2 mana, 2/2 menace, non-basic lands enter tapped. If he has a Conqueror counter on him, which you spend 7 mana to do, you can use your firebending mana for it. Non-basic lands or mountains. He's a Blood Moon. There's also actual Blood Moon on the bonus sheet, I believe. Water Tribe Captain. Abandon attachments. Yeah. You can't be loving, Aang. You got a world to save. You can't be loving. Zula always lies. That's a good lesson to learn. I mean, like, mechanically, it's not that strong. I'm just saying, like, it's, you know. It's good to know. That's a non-lesson card that got, like, reprinted as a lesson. Ruinous Waterbending. Pulling all the water from the plants. All creatures get -2/-2, but if you pay the additional Waterbend 4, whenever a creature dies this turn, you also gain 1 life. It's not like how the foiling works on that. I like the black Waterbenders. Yeah, you're like 10 years old. You can't have earthly attachments. Dragonfly swarms. They're dragons and flies. See, it's a dragon insect. Flying, ward 1, power equal to the number of non-creature, non-land cards in a graveyard. When a creature dies, if there's a lesson in your graveyard, you draw a card. Ooh, I feel like we've had cards like this in the past that have been like meta playable in Standard. I just don't think they would get there now with how crazy strong everything in Standard is. Crescent Island Temple. 4 mana shrine. Shrines are back in this set, so if you are a Kamigawa lover and you have your collection of shrines ready to go, don't worry, we got more here. When did we have shrines? We also had them in one of the core sets, right? I'm trying to remember. Shrine. M21, was that it? Yeah, we had Kamigawa. We had M21 and the like new Kamigawa Neon Dynasty as well. But yeah, we have more shrines. So what makes these shrines different is these ones trigger when a shrine enters, not at the start of your turn or start of first main. This one makes a bunch of monks. I should just watch season 3. Oh, you're watching season 3 while I open the packs. And you're just like, yay, my boy! He's Punch Fist. A kindly customer. Aww. Hi, Jin. What a nice date. Boomy's Feast Lecture. He's normal, guys. He's gonna make a food. He's gonna earthbend based on the amount of food. Oh, okay. Oh, that's jumpstart. Almost put it in the... Oh, that's in the wrong pile. Dang it. Dang it, they're all jumpstart! Land. Momo. Oh, Avatar Aang. This is 4-color Aang. This is the Aang that if you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, you draw a card. If you do all 4 in one turn, He's Aang, Master of Elements. One of the key arts from this set. Nice. Makes all your spells cost 5. And you can flippy him and do things. It's cool to get foil jumpstart cards. I don't really care about most foils unless they look really, really cool. Fire Nation Sentinels. The jumpstart rare. Whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Neat. Last thing to say, there's a rare land cycle. Ooh. Enters taps unless you control a basic land. Not too hard to fulfill. Taps for green and can earthbend too. Ooh. Oh, it could even target itself. Oh, that's fun. And from the bonus sheet, Stun-Baked Canyon. All right. Sure. That one, at least, like, the colors are fitting. That looks like a sun-baked canyon. Monk! Ooh! Ooh! Oh, look at that food token! That's good tea! Why would we call the tea food? Because we don't have beverage tokens unless you mean blood. Babambo. Callous Inspector. Arrakis audience. That's watching the Earth Rumble. Somebody was asking, is the boulder in the set? I believe he is. And these people are watching the boulder. They love the boulder until the blind bandit shows up. No, don't eat the map tokens. Flexible waterbender. He's a 4-cost green human. Nice. Energy bending is an instant speed lesson. Changes the colors of all of your lands so they can tap for anything. Draws your card. At least until end of turn. Is that my first colorless card? I think it is. Neat. I'm gonna pull over here because that's my elbow rest. Boomerang basics. First you throw it, then it comes back. This is a return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you controlled that permanent, you draw a card. Okay, it's a sorcery speed bounce. That's, I mean, still pretty nice for 1 mana. Flopsy Boomy's Buddy, which has been typed as an ape goat. All right. 6 mana, 4/4. Puts a counter on each creature you control, including itself. Each creature with power 4 or greater can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Nice. Yeah, he's intimidating. Big monkey. Deer dog! The art in this really doesn't fit with a lot of the other art in this set. And I don't know if it's the artist's first time being on a Magic set. Iona Mycin is how they were tagged. I think it is cute, but it's not quite in the style of the cartoon, and it's not quite in the style of most Magic cards. Yeah, it stands out a bit. Jumpstart. I mean, with the sheer number of cards that are printing, I feel like they must have been bringing on so many new artists in the last few years. Cloud Shift. Oh, that's a fun reprint. That's spooky looking. Jumpstart reprint. Katara Heroic Healer, an uncommon mono-white Katara. She has lifelink and puts counters on each other creature you control. Ooh, that's a good-looking mountain. So far, I'm liking the lands. So it seems like for the full art lands, there are 2 for each land type. And I think one of them is like the gang. and one of them is not. Yeah, the cloud means the volcano is going to erupt. But she doesn't want to scare the people and evacuate the city. Elemental Teachings. A 5-mana lesson. Search your library for up to 4 lands with different names. Reveal them. 2 of them that your opponent choose go into your graveyard, and the other 2 go into play tapped at 5 mana. Zuko Firebending Master. This is a mythic rare jumpstart Zuko. First strike and Firebending X, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Whenever you cast a spell during combat, you get an experience counter. And the more you do that, the more mana you make in combat. That's a cool commander. It's a jumpstart one. Yep. This is not. The Boomeranger. From the Boomerang Gang. Thanks, Sucka. 2 mana, 1/1. When he enters, discard up to 2 cards, draw that many cards. Whenever you cast an artifact or lesson, it's a +1/+1 counter. Nice. You throw a thing, you bring it back. Wait, the previous Katara was Jumpstart too? What? Gosh, darn it. Thank you, Twitch chat. You're really helping me out. People watching this as a VOD is like, why is she so bad at this? Because I don't look at set symbols. I assume everything's in the same set unless it looks meaningfully different these days. Standstill. Good choice of scene. Wish it were clearer. It's... yeah. Wish it were clearer. How horrible would it be to do collector booster drafts? I've done it before, but usually it's a collector booster sealed where you have like 2 collector boosters and 4 regular boosters and you build a pack. There's a lot more rares. Standstill, by the way, is a weird card. It is a 2 mana draw 3, but only if your opponent chooses to cast a spell. So you only want to cast this if you are ahead on board, because otherwise they just pass back to you, they play a land, and then, yeah, you also don't cast anything. It is coming to Arena. Yeah, Standstill is annoying. Whoa! Saw the back of this card first. Legend of Yang Chen. This is the previous Airbender avatar before Aang. There's a book about Yang Chen too. 2 books, I think. Only have the first one. Starting with you, each player chooses up to 1 permanent with a mana value 3 or greater from amongst permanents your opponent's control, and they get exiled. You can have an opponent draw cards. If you do draw, then it flips. That's some nice art. For Avatar Yang Chen. Whenever you cast your second spell, airbend up to 1 other target non-land permanent. Neat. That looks great. Awoo! Spirit token. And the copy token is great. The Ember Island players. Alright, I will take a short break before I open the rest of my boosties. And I'm gonna make some tea. I'll see you all in a few minutes. I'm back with a cup of tea. Green jasmine, as is appropriate for this set opening. Should be nice. Let me move my 480p screenshots over to the side. It sounds like, by the way, there may have actually been like a thing with the art on these cards where it was a pre-selected group of pictures from the show that, like, Nickelodeon, Viacom had given permission to various companies to use. They gave them to Wizards of the Coast, and they were just like, deal with it. You have to use these. Because they found the exact same art, like as in the exact same frame on other card games that had avatar cards and other, like, promotional items. And it makes it seem like, oh, this is just like the group of pictures that they send out because it's pre-approved. It happened with, is it Weiss, Schwartz, and Bushy Road? The Viacom approved image set? Yeah, great. Yeah, what It would have been nice. Would have been nice. Mongoose lizard. I love a mongoose lizard. I wish I could ride a mongoose lizard. I wish I had a lizard this big. I just like lizards. And if they could be tamed, awesome. Waterbending lesson. Draw 3 cards. Discard a card unless you waterbend 2. Kinda wish that were instant. So cool. Lizard Wizard, King Gizzard, and the Compassionate Healer. Aww. Crashing Wave. Or Waterbending. Lots of waterbending in this pack. Tap up to X target creatures. Distribute 3 stun counters among them. It's got a Waterbending X. It can only put the counters onto the tapped creatures. But you could still pay it for 2 and put 3 stun counters on tapped creatures. Twin Blades. Zuko's Swords. That's part of what helps Zuko be a stronger fighter. He's not just reliant on his firebending. Because he's like the least talented firebender in his family. Sorry, my man. Rock-a-Lanch. Yeah, get him! Big Earthbend. Earthbend's based on a number of forests and has flashback. Ooh, lesson with flashback. Lots of, like, other random mechanics being referenced in this set, which is cool. Gilicorn. It's a lizard, baby! This is a jumpstart card. Okay, gotta remember. Jumpstart. It's a jumpstart. There's a jumpstart pile. It's a 1/1 with Death Touch in black. Cute. Jumpstart pile. Thriving Bluff. Also jumpstart. This is part of the jumpstart land cycle from one of the older jumpstart sets, where you get to choose the second color of this dual land. Always comes in tapped. Just gonna move my tea off here so it stops steeping. Oh yeah, no, Zuko's a very talented firebender. He's just doesn't have the natural talent of like Azula, who's just like, check out my blue flame, I will kill you. Also, I'm crazy. I love Azula. Where are my Azulas? Pipsqueak. Ally. Not a very good card. Island. With the gang. It's nice. I actually saw a bunch of paintings this past Monday that were all like expeditions in the Antarctic, and it was like boats breaking through the ice. These were all like 100-plus-year-old paintings. They were really rad looking. This kind of reminds me of that. Wish I could remember the artist. I bet I could look it up. It's the guy who's like son was one of the founders of the Boston Museum of Science, I believe. Yeah, really cool paintings, though. A lot of, like, kind of adventurous ones. Was it Wyleth? I don't know. I would have to look it up. Yeah, the paintings were at the Boston College Museum of Art. They were part of, like, some financial guy's personal collection. Earth King Lieutenant. When this creature enters, you put a +1/+1 counter on each other ally you control. Whenever another ally enters, you put a counter on this creature. Oh! You're like that human guy, except you're for allies, and you have trample. That's cool. I like that for Selesnya. Allies. Reckless Blaze. Jumpstart lesson deals 5 damage to each creature. Whenever a creature you control dealt damage this way dies, get some red mana back. Thalia's Lieutenant? Yeah, but this is the Earth King's Lieutenant. Boop. We love an ally. Oh, yay! It's Azula! Oh, it's not the Azula I wanted. This is one of the Jumpstart Azulas. I think there actually might just be one Jumpstart Azula. Doesn't matter. She's still my queen. She's still my Fire Lord. I love her. She's crazy. She has Firebending 1. This is still a mono black card, by the way, even though she makes red mana. Whenever she attacks, you may discard a card. Then you get an experience counter for each player who discarded a card this turn. Pay 3 mana until end of turn. Azula gets +1/+1 for each experience counter you have against Menace. Neat. Lifelong Friendship, which is Ella Donry's call. Is that the creature tutor? Yeah. This is new to Arena. It is another very good card. It's just search for a creature, put it in your hand. For 2 mana instant speed. This is going to go into the Val Trey-Lasara combo decks, probably some Rocco combo decks. And yeah. I don't think we need more tutors. But I'm also a hater who's like, we have 100 cards and they're singleton, and it should always be that way. Airbender Ascension. Big enchantment. When it enters, you airbend a creature, up to 1 creature. Whenever, what does this say? It's hard to read over the watermark. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on the enchantment at the beginning of your end step. If it has 4 more quest counters, similar to the red one, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Huh. Turns it into just like a blink engine. That's kind of nice. That turns that into like a 2 mana, like kind of like a Thasser teleportation circle sort of thing. Conjurer's Closet. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I like the red one too. I think I like this one more because I'm more of a blink gamer. White Lotus tile. Ally. Whoosh dish. Well, I have a single pack fully open. Was Eladamri's Call in one of the Modern Horizons sets in Arena? I think so. I don't think I've ever seen it cast, at least. You like Suki? Suki's great. Origin of Metal Bending was you put a girl in a box and she's gonna find a way out. This is a destroy artifact or enchantment, or put a counter and give it indestructible on a creature. Ooh, that's a good flexibility for limited. Oh, it was in Modern Horizons 1. Yeah, we didn't get Modern Horizons 1 in Arena. We got some cards from it and some cards from Modern Horizons 2 in Historic Horizons. Zhang's Deserters. Some +1/+1 counter stuff. Some ally stuff. Walltop Sentries. A death-touching Reachy Creechy. Can gain you life. Are all the Jumpstart cards coming to Arena? Yes. Everything that's like in a regular Jumpstart pack is coming to Arena. But the cards that are exclusive to the Commander bundle are not. So as far as I know, like Deadly Rollick and stuff are not coming to Arena. Enter the Avatar state. Turn a thing into an avatar. Okay. Gets flying, first strike, lifelink, and hexproof. Nice protective spell. Does not give indestructible, but gives a whole lot of other stuff. Air Nomad Legacy. Very blue-white. When it enters, you make a clue. Creatures with flying get +1/+1. Oh, neat! This is like a straight-up buff of the other enchantment that's like 1 blue, 1 colorless that gives all your flyers a buff. Neat. Blue-white birds. Favorable winds, that's the thing! White Lotus Hideout. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend the mana only to cast a Lesson or Shrine. Ah, or you can tap it for colorless, or you can use it as a filter land. That's not bad. Capital Guard. You can tell it's from Jumpstart because it's vanilla! Jumpstart. Thriving Heath, also a Jumpstart land, the ones where you pick the second type. White Lotus cards. Is this HBO? As somebody who's watched all of White Lotus, I hope we don't get magic cards for it. It's a fun show, though. I will recommend the first season. I will mostly just recommend the first season. Fire Nation attacks. That's when everything changed. Make firebenders. Okay. Very expensive flashback, but it's an instant, so you can use your firebending mana for it. Kind of wild that that gets a borderless treatment on like an uncommon. Borderless foil. Tramp! Momo! Oh, he loves sewers. Oh, this is a part of a scene. Oh, that's why it's borderless. That's the only part I have of the scene, so. Day of Black Sun. Nice. During the solar eclipse, each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities, and then you destroy those creatures. Oh. Air Nomad. This is from Jumpstart. This is a 5/4 for 5. It's got flying, vigilance, and other creatures you control have vigilance. Very simple, but I mean, it's doing what he do. He's flying. Oh, that's a rare that goes up here. Ah. Avatar Destiny. Ooh, neat. Enchant creature you control gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard of the past avatars. When it dies, you mill cards equal to its power. Return it to its owner's hand and up to one creature card milled this way onto the battlefield under your control. That's an interesting aura. Don't know if I've ever played it, but it's cool. Aw, it's Lisa Mechanical Engineer, but it's the Mechanist. Tactical Tinkerer. And then, okay, so I was actually looking at this art right before the stream. I want you to look at Sugga's face. Come on, focus. My man's got a dead-eyed stare on this. He's just like, I helped come up with the idea for submarines and air balloons. I am a genius. my man. Oh, that's great. I like Lisa Mechanical Engineer. Mostly because Lita, sorry. It's because I'm a mechanical engineer by trade. I'm biased. I like robot women's. Oh, wow, another Avatar Destiny, but that one's shiny. Oh, it's the missing poster for Appa. He was kidnapped. Ally. I like that there's a bunch of different ally arts. Mm-hmm. Good tea. I love jasmine teas. I actually have a jasmine plant. It should flower soon because it started getting cold out. And I just brought it in from outside to dodge the first frost. Ba-bam! Porcupine! It's a boar porcupine. Oh, it's also a weird. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Weird! We can't have plants in my house because my cat will eat them, but it's okay if she like nibbles on the jasmine leaves. They don't hurt her tummy too much. She chooses to eat the grass I grow for her instead. Barrels of Blasting Jelly. You can use this to transform your mana once a turn, or its removal later. That actually could be playable and limited. Nice. Colorless, colorless, colorless. Bam. Deadly Precision. It's a kill spell. You either sacrifice an artifact or creature or pay 4. Sorcery speed, though. Cool art, though, with May's like doing like a matrix dodge while shooting out her little needles. Oh, May didn't always care, but she never missed. What a baller. Team Avatar! Yay! If you attack alone, your buddies will help them. It's like an exalted type thing. Or you could discard this card to deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control the target creature. Flexible. Nice. Combustion Technique. Deals 2 damage, plus the number of lesson cards in your graveyard to target creature. Exiles that creature if it would die. Neat. Go. Iroh's Demonstration. 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, or 4 damage to target creature. Well, that's very good limited removal. Nice. Also, Iroh doing, like, fire breath. Yeah, there's a card called Combustion Man in the set, but his name should be Sparky Sparky Boom Boom Man. Koala Sheep. It's koala, it's sheep. More Jumpstart cards. Yep, more Jumpstart. Elephant Mandrill. Make it to food. Put it to counters. Not put the counters. Forest. Oh, Iroh Tea Master. You and me, bud, you and me. I love Zuko in the background, like, just doing my job, man. He's so cute. Ugh, I love Iroh. At the beginning of combat in your turn, you can have target opponent gain control of a permanent you control. When you do, you create an ally. Put a counter on that token for each permanent you own your opponent's control. You can serve your opponent food to get allies. Donation war crimes. I mean, the flavor of the card is that he's giving them the tea. What's actually going to happen in him as a commander deck is like Zedru, where it's like, oh, I've given you a horrible present. And it's like something that completely like stops you from playing the game. Or it hurts you every turn. Give them some munitions. Give them a 9 lives with like 1 counter left. Lion Vulture. That's Jumpstart. At the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life, get a counter draw card. Bird. Another Baboon Spirit. But now I know it's Jumpstart. Searing Blood. Man-hand hurt. When man-hand hurt, damage. I mean, I kind of like the smoke on the foiling. But otherwise, I don't know. Agnakella? That's where the moon spirits were held, right? I don't actually remember this name. The Frozen Tundra? Oh, wow. Oh, it's the name for the Northern Wild Tribe capital? I always just called Northern Water Tribe. So that was how much attention I was paying. Lets you loot. There. Goes up there. Oh, spooky copy. The name is from the comics. Oh, that would explain why I don't know it. Bam! Curious farm animals. I still really want... There's only like 3 packs left. This one and 2 more. I want that Demir Zula. Boar elk. Bird ox. It's... it's all the animals together. Cat owl. Much more done in the style of the show, but kind of touched up. When it attacks, you can untap an artifact or creature. It does like pseudo vigilance. Platypus bear. Part of the lessons archetype. Glider staff. Airbends when it enters. Gives flying. Waterbending scroll. Oh, interesting. Ability cost less for each island you control. I mean, if you have 6 islands, this is a 2-mana tap draw card. That's kind of nice. It's kind of nice if you're a mono blue deck. I could see putting this in a Murata. Or, sorry, Lady Octopus. Murata is her through the Omen Path's name. Yeah, it doesn't say basic island, just says island. You could also tap it for water bending until you get there. Unlucky cabbage merchant. No, his cabbages! Oh. He's having a day, man. He's actually been having a week. Everywhere the Avatar and his friends show up, it's nothing but bad news for the unlucky cabbage merchant. It's food. Whenever you sacrifice food, get a land. It's not limited to once a turn. That's wild. Was it like Eleonora or something from Lord of the Rings was a 4-mana one that was limited to like once a turn for that ability? Seems good. What's the deal with the cabbages? It's just a running gag through the show where this man, this cabbage vendor, he shows up in various cities. You can actually kind of like track his movement. He's trying to sell cabbages. He's a farmer who's a cabbage merchant. And wherever he goes, his wagon and his products all get destroyed or eaten or something bad happens. He's just like the unlucky guy who's getting wrecked over and over. What was it? Oh, Eleanor Gardner, Sam's daughter. That's who the similar card I was thinking of was from Lord of the Rings. It's like a sword training. Getting them good lessons. Getting them clues. That. Thou seething flame. Wow, he sure is a 5/5 with menace. We haven't opened Cruel Tutor yet. Am I going to? Is this going to be the Cruel Tutor pack? Raven Evil. Eagle, not evil. 3 mana, 2/3. When it enters or attacks, you exile a card from a graveyard. It's a creature. Make a clue. Nice. Can you draw your second card each turn? Oh, you drain life. That seems kind of nice. Jet, Rebel Leader. Jumpstart. Gets you... Oh, he's kind of like a Coco whenever he attacks. Nice. Oh, wait. He's an assassin? Oh, the bird is an assassin. The bird's an assassin. Put it in a Trotta. No, wait. Yeah, put it in a Trotta. That's a good one, because it's got evasion. Oh, this is part of one of the scenes. This is the Dominic Meyer scene. Airbender Ascension. Unfortunately, this picture on its own is kind of... just kind of swoops. It makes a really cool picture when it comes together. I like the card, though. Rending Volley. Yep, that's a volley. 4 damage to target white or blue creature. Can't be countered. Aw, it's the Altart Appa. That one's cute. He's sticking his tongue out. Appa Steadfast Guardian. Flash, flying, airbends. And makes allies. He's an ally! My partner dressed up as Appa to go with my Momo. Ally. A clue! 2 packs left. Did I open a Heartless Act? No. I have not. This looks like ice cream. Does it? You know what's really weird in this art? So there's actually boats in the foreground, but you can't see them because they're all behind the text except for the ones in the corner. It kind of looks like the fire's coming over the horizon. All right, y'all. It's time for Vindictive Warden. Sure. And Bender's Watered Skin. Untap this artifact during each other player's untap step. Ooh, that's a kind of nice mana rock. This is just like a Manalith kind of mana rock. It costs 3 and it taps for 1, but it untaps during other players' turns. That's kind of nice. That's a pretty nice one. Colorless. It's gonna go in a lot of decks. A good choice, kind of like... Yeah, that's just a good choice for like Commander Bruin. Forecasting Fortune Teller. Yeah, ignore the face cloud. I'll just make the glare go over it so you can't see it. When it enters, make a clue. Not bad as a 1/3. Fatal Fissure. 2 mana. Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, Earthbend 4. Interesting. Honest Work. Oh, the boy. There's tea happening. So this is a new take on like legitimate business person making witness protection. In this one though, you remove abilities, you remove all counters, but then you turn the creature into a mana dork. It taps for colorless mana. So in a way, it's better because it's also removing counters, but in a way, it's worse because you're giving a useful ability to the card. I like it, though. I think that it's a cool design. Haru, Hidden Talent. Whenever ally enter, Earthbend 1. Huh. Dragon Moose. It's a dragon and an elk. Double the scary. Let's jumpstart. Flying dolphin fish. Terrifying. It has flying. Earthbending Student. When it enters, you Earthbend 2. Land creatures you control have vigilance. Nice, so you can attack with them and also use them for mana. Plains with Appa. Baby. Fire Nation Palace. Target creature you control gains Firebending 4. Interesting. So you turn 3 mana, because you have to tap this and 2 other sources, into 4 mana. Strange. Fire Nation Occupation. That is some sick art. Fire Nation Takeover. 3 mana. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier token with Firebending 1. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you also make a red soldier. Oh, cool. As a jumpstart card. Oh, here's another scene art card. I disagree with this scene. This is the shipping one. But yeah, I'm okay with Uncle Iroh just kind of chilling with his Sugi horn? Question mark? Return up to X permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. X is the number of colors spent to cast a spell. And exile Uncle's Musings. Iroh X his horn. No, Iroh X cup of tea. There's a cup of tea in there. He loves his tea. Oh. Does go up there. Right. Rares. My piles are getting really messy. Insurrection. Yeah, alright. Untap all creatures. Gain control of them until end of turn. They gain haste. Doesn't look great. And, ooh, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to be 100% honest. I actually prefer the base art of this card, but I'll take a foil alternate art of it. This is Azula Cunning Usurper. This is the crime Azula that, you know, is going to be casting your opponent's cards during combat. She's sweet. When she enters, target opponent exiles a non-token creature they control. Then they exile a non-land card from their graveyard. During your turn, you may cast cards exiled with Azula and cast them as though they had flash. And since she has firebending, that helps pay for them. Mana of any type can be used for those spells. Hell yeah! Doing crime with Azula! Oh, and this is actually my first art card. Oh, cool, it's Ko the Face Stealer. Ko's spooky. Got a nice voice, though. Me do crimes? Haha! I would never. Except for all the crimes I do. Yeah, earthbending makes her worse because they can exile a land and then the land comes back under their control. You hate Ko? Why, because he's scary? That's fair. This is my last pack. Ready? I mean, I got the card I wanted, so that's good. Rabaroo Troop. Treetop Freedom Fighters. Rumble Arena. Fire Nation Engineer. And with Big Branch. Master Paku. I just think they're neat. He's a jerk, though. Oh, Uncle Iroh. Yes, I would like to play. Pego. Lessons cost one less. Firebending one. Now we're on the Jumpstart cards. I have a huge stack of Jumpstart cards. Oh, Feed the Swarm I'm always happy to have more copies of. It's been reprinted a bunch now, but still nice. Dark Deal. Dark Deal is funny. Mountain. All right, last batch of rares. Ready? Okay. Get the Jeskai version now to go with his other boomerang himself. Allies get Menace and Prowess. He has Menace and Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make an ally. Nice. Chakra Meditation. When it enters, return up to one target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, draw a card, discard a card. Unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Okay, for the lessons stuff. Hakoda, Selfless Commander. That's, Tarnsaka's dad. Dad. He's a babe. He's looking good. Lets you cast allies from the top of your deck. You can also sacrifice him to give your creatures +0/+5 and indestructible. Dang, he's giving that booty. He's very daddy, yes. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a green card. That's definitely heroic intervention from the art. Listen, Zuko, I love you, my boy, but like, this art does not belong on heroic intervention. This is so red. Last rare, Elemental Teachings. Search your library for lands. Get 2, the other 2 in your graveyard. Shiny Buppy. Ember Island players. And, yeah, that's my pack. So what I did not expect is this is not like some previous collector boosters where there's essentially one additional Eternal card slot, which would be, like Jumpstart or, like Commander cards, like cards that are printed in Associate Commander product. All of these are Jumpstart cards, with this pack being the rares and this stack being the commons. Now, since all of the commons in these are foil, this is a fresh pack, but here's the good news. Not prangled. And I live in a nice humid environment, so we'll see how long that lasts, hopefully forever. I love when we don't have Pringles. I love when my cards are not bent like crazy. Feels good. I'm really glad I opened Azula. Second to last pack. Finally got my girl. Are there Jumpstart cards in the play boosters? No. The things you'll find in the play boosters are all of these cards outside of the Jumpstart ones. And in 1 out of, I guess it's 26 boosters, you'll get one of these cards with the, these are the bonus sheet. These are all reprints. They're all full arts with screen caps from the show. They are, yeah, I'll say, like, now that I've seen the printing in person, because I couldn't guarantee this from the, from like the pictures online. Yeah, they're kind of blurry. And I think that this is one of those things where I think this set looks great. I think it's got interesting legendary design. I think it's got cool cards for limited. It seems like it'll be pretty fun to draft. But it's got a stupid bonus sheet. And I think that these cards are unfortunately some of the ones that will see the most play, because most of them are like commander staples or just like desired reprints, like we mentioned before, Empty City Ruse, and very few reprints. Force of Negation. People are always wanting this for decks. And these are cards that will see play, but they're also kind of the ugliest cards in the set. The card art in this set is pretty great. I like how a lot of the characters are depicted. I like how the bending's depicted. I like the alt art frame. There's a couple different ones. So there's like the frameless, the sketch there, but I'm talking about like this frame. I really like it. This frame, I think it's rad. So overall, yeah, cool set with a weird low point of sought after cards that are just kind of ugly. Still excited to get to draft it though in about a week.